Okay, guys, so you're probably wondering what I'm doing. Okay, so this is something I've kind of done research on, and I've kind of tried it before, and it worked pretty good. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing is this is not Dawn Power Wash, just so you know. It's like a vinegar spray, and I'm thinking it's just water and vinegar or something like that. Anyway, so I'm going to be spraying it on like the top of my headboard and over here on my dresser. And basically it helps to keep down the dust. Does it still get dusty? Yes. But it's supposed to help repel like static and dust, because dust is attracted to static, or what do you want to call it? So anyway, that's one thing I'm trying to kind of eliminate in my bedroom. So anyway, I'm going to try this. It's worked for me before, so I'm going to try it again. So as you can see, guys, I'm taking things off of here so that way I can kind of clean a little bit over here. And I'm spraying the vinegar. I'm going to spray it on my cloth here. The fan's going, so it's kind of going everywhere, but that's okay. Anyway, there's just a lot of cat hair and dust on this headboard here. So I'm just going to be dusting it and kind of cleaning it and stuff. So that way, yeah, hopefully the fan's going, so it's kind of blowing it everywhere. I may have to turn the fan off because it's just like blowing everywhere. Let me do that because it's like just blowing everywhere. So let me turn this off. Okay, so I got it turned off. Anyway, so, okay, let me test this and see if it works. And yes, you guys, I finally got me a wireless microphone. So now I can kind of talk while I'm cleaning. I'm going to try this and see how it works for me as far as like talking to you guys and all that stuff. But anyway, yeah. So when I did research on this about, dusting and stuff like that, I was like, man, I really want to find something so I don't have to dust as often, because we have black furniture, and black really just kind of attracts the dust and stuff. And we have, 5 cats? Let's see, we have Jasper, Pepper, Goldie, Spike, and Biddy, Bristol. I guess that's 5. And, oh my gosh, guys. Yes, I know, you can call me the cat lady. Anyway, so basically Jasper, we got him, how we got him was that he was kind of like a stray cat, and all that stuff, and he kind of strayed up and everything. And he kind of came up to my daughter. She was playing outside and all that stuff, and kind of followed her home. Well, anyway, my daughter was like, hey, I got a cat out here that kind of followed me home. And of course, the cat kind of looked rugged after being out and all that stuff. And so it was a weekend, and the what you call it, I guess, bed or whatever wasn't, or the place that you go to go scamp for a trip, wasn't, I guess, open during the weekend. So I was telling my husband, I said, well, we really need to see if he does have an owner. We don't want to just take somebody's cat. But anyway, so we contacted the owner, and we took them to the deal to go get them scanned. My daughter and my husband did. And then what happened after that was rather unique, is because the owner called us and said that the cat, he had like a brother, and basically what happened was that she adopted him. I think she adopted him from some, like one of those places that, because we don't really do that. We haven't really done that, but one of those the places that you adopt pets and stuff. So anyway, she was talking about how, him and his brother, she was looking for like a certain type of cat and she found it and all that stuff. Well, anyway, he had a brother and everything, and she decided to, basically adopt both of them. Well, I guess they're like inside outside cats or whatnot. And she said that him and his brother just really like to like roam around. Well, here's the beef, guys, is that this cat ended up, Jasper, his name is Jinx. I mean, his original name is Jinx and all that stuff. And we're like, I don't really like that name. So we're going to change him to Jasper and all that stuff. And the reason why I like to call him Jasper, and I didn't really want to call him Casper, but every time, because we had him in the backyard when we first got him and everything, and he would kind of disappear and then come back and everything and to be fed and all that stuff. But anyway, when we finally found out that, yes, he did have, like, an owner, I was like, okay, well, when the owner actually called us, because the vet, what they did is they scanned it and they said, well, we can't give you the information, but we'll have the owner contact you. So that's what happened. Anyway, she contacted us and told her the story about that and said that, well, the thing is that him and his brother like to roam around a lot and stuff like that. She said that they're called roaming cats. Well, anyway, so we're like, okay, but he really looked disheveled, guys. I mean, his nose was really sunburned. Now, let me turn you guys another direction here, kind of over here. Anyway, so we gave it about a day or two and all that stuff, and she told us that if we wanted to try, I guess, keep him, whatever we can and stuff like that, because him and his brother are like roamers. Well, we never found his brother, and anyway, we just kept him. We called her and told her, said, okay, well, he's really friendly and we really have come to love him, so we're gonna keep him and stuff like that. So anyway, but he's been more like an inside cat and stuff and not really outside. So, and plus all of our other cats, he really bonded with Pepper. And Pepper is I think he's a little over a year old now. He'll be probably 2 years old this coming fall, because I think he was born in the fall, like October or September or something like that. He was one of my mom's cats. Because she had a cat that had kittens, and he was one of them, and we adopted him from my mom. So anyway, needless to say, Jasper and Pepper, they have really, really bonded. So I'm really, really happy about that, because at least he has some, another cat brother that he can kind of hang out with. So anyway, yeah. Oh, man, this thing is just not really doing what I wanted it to do, because it just, like, the whole headboard is just filled with cat hair and dust. Anyway, I'm doing the best I can. May have to get me another rag. Okay, so let me get another rag. Anyway, so let me see if I can pause this. Okay, I had to start this over again. Anyway, got me a new rag, because it just kind of felt like it wasn't working up here. Anyway, so like I was saying about Jasper and Pepper, they have really bonded and all that stuff. So I'm really glad of that. But Jasper really craves attention. I mean, he will, meow at us when he really wants attention. So I think what happened was, even because of the fact that the brothers and stuff like that, the reason why they roamed is because they really wanted attention and they weren't getting it, so they started roaming. So, but anyway, so as of right now, he's not a roamer. But anyway, okay, guys. Let me move my camera Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same thing here with the dresser and use the vinegar to wipe off the dust here. Anyway, I will say this, guys. It is nice to kind of talk to you guys while I am cleaning. It was just really hard for me to do because I didn't have a wireless mic, and I would have to have the camera really close and this and that so you could pick up my voice and stuff like that. So anyway, so I'm glad I can talk to you guys. So I may play music sometimes, but you know, and all that stuff. I just wanted to kind of try this so that way I can be more personal with you guys and stuff like that. But anyway, so hopefully this trick will kind of work here as far as the vinegar spray, but we'll see. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, a funny story. So here's well, not really funny per se, but so I got this what's called coffee pod on the group I'm in, where people give away like free stuff or whatnot. And the funny thing is, I haven't really been drinking any coffee. And the reason why I haven't drank coffee is because, I don't like black coffee. I like coffee with like sugar, cream, or whatnot, and all that stuff and everything. And I wanted to have a pod holder so it could hold my coffee. But I haven't really used it because I haven't really been drinking coffee. And anyway, so I'm still dealing with like a little bit of health issues. It's not like too bad because I'm kind of figuring out, I think, what's going on and all that stuff and everything like that. Let's see if I can. Okay. I'm just making sure the camera is kind of turned where I can kind of talk. Or y'all still be in the angle. Because like I said, this is kind of new to me, guys. I'm being able to talk to you while I'm kind of doing some cleaning and all that stuff. But anyway, so as I was saying, that since I was looking up some things, kind of doing research on some things about what's going on with me and stuff like that. And anyway, I think I kind of figured it out. But anyway, it's kind of like, there's certain foods that trigger the symptoms I've been having. And I've kind of told y'all about them before, so I'm not going to repeat them and everything. But it's just like, certain foods really trigger certain things. And it's like, okay. And it's all about trial and error. Trial and error. It's like, you eat something and later you may have a reaction to it. So it's kind of like that. You just got to figure out what it is that's causing the inflammation and all that stuff. So anyway, I think I finally got a handle on what's going on and all that stuff. But anyway, one thing else I wanted to kind of tell you guys is this, okay? As you know, I don't know if I really talked a whole lot about this, but it first started out with me supposedly, I guess, having like a dairy intolerance and stuff like that. I don't really know I went to the doctor, and it's like a long time ago. And I said, am I lactose intolerant? No, it's just that, like, I don't know, something in the milk that's causing a reaction to you having the bathroom issue. And I was like, okay, and all that stuff. So then I've told this story before, and I talked about how, that I got off of like dairy or most dairy products and started trying plant-based products and stuff like plant-based butter, creamer that's non-dairy, yada, 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 and so forth and so on. Well, here recently, I was looking because I was kind of getting tired of the taste of like what's called imitation cheese, which is like plant-based and stuff. And I think that's what's been causing me to have my situations. So anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of the taste of it and all that stuff and all that. So I've been drinking or using like A2 milk. And see, guys, I should be cleaning and I'm talking to the camera. But anyway, the next thing I need to do is kind of vacuum and do some carpet cleaning. But anyway, I want to go ahead and kind of talk about this real quick. So basically, yeah. So I just, I can't drink like regular milk, like whole milk. Hang on, guys. Okay, so let me see if I can finish this real quick and all that stuff, because I got to vacuum and all that stuff. So basically what is amounted to is that with, I guess, whole milk or something like that, it's like they put some protein or something like that in it, and therefore my body, it reacts. So anyway, and then a friend of mine told me about A2 milk, and so you could buy that at Brahms, and I've been doing A2 milk, and so far it's been pretty good that I know of. I mean, I used to drink it every day, or not really drink it, but use it every day and all that. Well, I wouldn't use it in my cereal. Well, recently I found out that my favorite kind of cereal, I think it kind of sparked the issue with me again. So I was like, well, crap. So I'm just trying to kind of figure out what is going on with me and everything. And I think that has a lot to do with it. So I'm basically going to what's called like raw milk, and basically raw milk is basically like straight from the cows. It's not, they're not doing anything to it. It's just like, yeah. So I got me some raw cheddar cheese, and it's like shredded, and so far, I mean, no complaint, no major like issues or anything like that. So I'm trying to go from like what's called the plant-based stuff, and just do like raw milk or raw cheese or what do you want to call it, so that way I can hopefully get this health situation taken care of and all that stuff. But it's like, some people are kind of allergic to like nuts. I mean, there's some people that do have food allergies, and I think that's kind of where it's coming from, is because certain foods have certain things in it and all that stuff, and your body will react to it and everything. So that's one thing I am trying to change. But I mean, recently we even just got a bread machine, and we plan to do a video on making different kind of breads and everything, but we're still kind of learning it, so and all that stuff. But anyway, so we're making bread, or my husband's actually the one making it. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, he's getting really good at making the bread. But anyway, so that way we don't have to rely so much on buying breads at the store, buying like whatever at the store and all that stuff. So anyway, but I pretty much have my room dusted and made up my bed. Oh, another thing I'm kind of doing with my bed was this, okay? So now that it's starting to get warm, because we've been in the 80s and all that stuff and everything here recently and all that stuff. So, and my husband, he gets really hot. This right here is supposed to be a summer blanket, but he said it's even like, he doesn't like use this. So I put this on the edge of the bed and just using the top sheet for the cover, what do you want to call it, and everything. So I'm kind of doing something a little bit different. So if you're wondering why I folded up the blanket or the quilt or whatever and just put it at the edge of bed, I tend to get kind of a little bit cold at night, especially if, of course, we haven't really been turning the AC on. Every now and then we do, but if we do, it gets cold and we have the fans going, and so I get cold. So that's why I have this on the bed. So that way, if I get cold, I can just grab it and cover up with it and all that stuff. But anyway, so I am going to vacuum my room, and I need to clean the carpet because the cat has been doing her thing again. I love her, but that's the only thing I have a complaint on, is her peeing on the carpet. Anyway, so I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to go grab the vacuum cleaner, get the floor vacuumed, and carpet clean. Okay, guys, so see you in a minute.